Like every other program, SoundCheck allows you to open up previously saved data and run some sort of offline analysis with it. But have you ever wondered if it is possible to bring in previously saved data into SoundCheck on the fly while running a sequence? SoundCheck's sequence editor comes with a recall step that allows you to import any kind of data, curves, values, results, waveforms, wave files, or even text files into the memory list while running a sequence and use the imported data in any subsequent steps in the sequence. This is useful for test engineers in a lot of different ways. Firstly, if you have previously saved data like EQ, weighting curves, limit values, or waveforms that you would like to use, you can bring these into a sequence automatically using the recall step. The recall data will get populated in the memory list when the sequence is run and can be used in any subsequent steps in the sequence. The recall step can be configured to use an absolute path to the recall data, prompt the operator to select the data for recall, or to use an automatic template naming option. When exporting a sequence that uses a recall step with an absolute path, SoundCheck will automatically copy the recall data to the export folder and convert the recall path from absolute to relative. The recall step can also be useful to reference a previously saved measurement when you are making repeated test runs. Just to give you an example, if you are measuring passive noise cancellation with different headsets, you could measure the unoccluded ear response only once and in the next run choose to recall the same unoccluded response curve to analyze with a different headset response. On a production line, you might want to compare the speaker under test to a recalled reference or golden unit for limit comparison. Personally, I find this to be a very useful tool in troubleshooting sequences. When I do not have the hardware connected to take actual measurements, I use the recall step to simulate acquisition and bring in previously recorded waveforms so that I can debug subsequent analysis or post-processing steps in the sequence. Overall, the recall step serves as a multi-purpose utility to bring in previously saved data specific to a sequence, facilitate easy sharing of sequences, save time when dealing with sequences that take repeated measurements, and also help with troubleshooting sequences.